Well, look who has resurfaced. It's your boy Locke. First of all, thank you very much for clicking on the video. Appreciate you fellas. I know I need a haircut and I'm also growing a mustache for charity for the month of November. We're gonna get stuck into it. So welcome to Locke's no bullshit, unscripted review of the Subaru BRZ. Now we're gonna go over a few of the things that I really like and dislike about the BRZ. Over the nearly 2 years that I've owned the car. And it's going to be in a bit of a unscripted sort of vloggy way, which I really enjoy filming because sometimes when you script a video, it just seems, not as authentic, like you're talking to the boys, because that's really all I'm trying to do, is trying to get through to you guys, trying to give you guys a little bit of insight and a little bit of entertainment at the same time. So if you're new here, welcome to the channel. I'm Locke. I have a 2023 BRZ. Used to have a WRX, so we've got Subarus running in the family for the last few years. And yeah, make some videos here and there. So make sure you subscribe and like the video if anything helped you out. And also, if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down in the comment section below, or you can message me on Instagram right there, 00Locke. So let's get started. Right, so before we get stuck into it, I'll quickly disclose the modifications that I've done to the car, just so you kind of are aware what I have done and what I haven't. It's not much, but it does make a bit of a difference. First of all, the most obvious thing here is I've got some fresh wheels. These are AME Tracers. They are 18 by 9.5 wide. We're running 245, 35 tires. Of course, they're 18-inch. And they are also sitting pretty on some coilover suspension, which you probably can't see, but in there, this coilover suspension is none other than MCA themselves. MCA are pretty much the goats in Australia when it comes to suspension. All things Subaru, they do a very good job, and I've been very impressed with the coilovers so far. Around the front here, we have a front lip, very low to the ground, actually. Makes it very difficult around driveways, of course, but it's not really affected performance-wise. Same with around the back here. Good muscle ducktail spoiler. And we've also got a catback exhaust from HKS. By the way, I love that exhaust. I only recently just installed it, but chef's kiss. It is a really nice sound. Beautiful exhaust. Quite expensive, but I picked it up for a steal, so got to be happy with that. Right, coming into the car, just want to show you on the trip that we have approximately 14,000 kilometers on the dash. Now, I know I said this is a 2-year review, but that's more like a 1-year review, because that's kind of about how many kilometers people usually put on their car. Well, they do in Australia anyways. 15,000 is round about the average. So I'm basing it off the 15,000 Ks that I've really done so far of actual driving, not like the 2 years of ownership. So don't at me, all right? It's like a year review, 15,000 Ks, okay? All right, let's get the most controversial thing out of the way first. And that's this bloody RTV issue. Every second post on the internet, oh, RTV this, RTV that. All right, let's get the facts straight. Yes, Subaru and Toyota have put way too much RTV on their oil pan. It's a gasket seal, so to speak. And over time, that has eventually gone up into the oil pickup and has blocked it. Now, the way the oil pickups are designed is there isn't just one surface. There are many surfaces for the oil to get around. It's not much RTV that's blocking one of those surfaces. So if you think about it, it can still get through the pickup and of course, feed the engine with the oil that's required. Now, don't panic if you plan to keep this car stock and under warranty, because your warranty covers all of that. If you plan on losing that warranty pretty quick, then you may want to reconsider getting that oil pan dropped, cleaning it up, cleaning out the RTV from your oil pickup, just to save you some grief and some peace of mind. I know that's what I would do. But the only time you really want to panic is if you are doing heavy track days. And I'm talking like you're a really good racing driver. You've got some real sticky tires, you're pulling a lot of G-force through the car, and you're trying to, smash those lap times. You have to be very fast around the track for this to actually start making a difference. But you know, if you're tracking your car, I think it's a good idea to replace it anyways. But normal everyday driving, boys, do not fret. It will be fine, I promise you. Don't freak out, it's not that big of a deal. I myself have not done anything about it so far. Still under warranty, and I haven't done any heavy track days, and nor am I a good racing driver, so we leave it for now. Oh, all right, I'm glad we got that out of the way, because now we can get to the fun stuff. Okay, the fun stuff. Right, so the first thing you notice when you hop in the car is these seats. These seats are gorgeous. With the current version that I have, they are the premium seats with the sort of Alcantara ultra suede in the middle, with the leather bolstering on the sides, nice red stitching. You've got sort of like a hybrid style between a bucket seat and you know, some sort of nice comfortable seat. So you get a little bit of luxury and a little bit of racing. And I myself am a fairly thin dude. I still have a little bit of wiggle room and a little bit of wiggle room up the top here, but it is very comfortable seat. They did especially well with the lumbar support. So those with lower back issues like myself, honestly, a couple of hours driving down the highway, I don't feel anything. It's pretty damn good as far as that goes. Right, I've just turned the car around in the garage because the lighting really sucks the other way when you're facing this way. But I also want to talk about the rest of the interior because it really goes hand in hand and it looks beautiful, to be honest. So you've also got this gorgeous steering wheel, all leather, of course. The buttons, they're in a nice little layout, easy to see, easy to use. The steering wheel it feels great, to be honest. The 10 and 2 and the 9 and 3 feels excellent. It's just an overall really nice little small steering wheel that makes this car feel really nimble and agile. And it's really is a bit of an old school setup because you got gorgeous steering wheel. You've got the old classic 6-speed manual, which we don't really get a lot of these days. Nice and notchy, just how Subaru likes to make them. And of course, we've got an old-fashioned e-brake right there by our side so we can rip some skiddies in the wet. And yeah, honestly, everything just looks nice, works well. It's all black. Even the roof lining is black. This is all black with just a hint of red with the red stitching. And honestly, I think Subaru have done a really good job with this interior. All things considered, it is a $45,000 Australian car, which is quite cheap, honestly, these days. I believe like a Toyota Camry is like 40 grand brand new. So that's insane, all things considered. Right, boys, before we get any further, I do also want to introduce to you today's sponsor of the video, and that is Auxito. These guys have just sent me out their brand new little mini vacuum cleaner, which is actually really handy for the car. It's got multi-functions. You can change the head as well, and it's pretty powerful. First setting, and then you can also have a maximum power setting too. Honestly, really awesome just to have in your car to clean out the little nooks and crannies. When you got to go pick up the ladies and you've just spilt your McDonald's all over the vehicle, you need to get in with your little vacuum cleaner and clean it all up. Very helpful. So I keep that in the car, and I actually used it the other day to clean out my computer too. Thank you very much to Auxito for sending that one out, and if you guys are interested, the link is in the description. All right, boys, now last thing about the interior that you need to know is, of course, this car is a 4-seater, right? It's a 4-seater. It's not a 4-seater, trust me, it is really not. I'm literally like this in the back. This is not great. So you can see right here, that's with the seat forward, and well, this is where my shoes sit. So that's basically as far back as I can go. And look how far that seat is forward. Honestly, no one can fit in there. So if the seat's all the way back where I'm sitting, I don't know, honestly, unless your legs are about an inch thick, yeah, you're not going to be able to fit in this back seat. So it's pretty much rendered useless. But the good thing is, you know, you can put this seat down and it becomes a flat bed for the boot. How many groceries can you fit in here? Well, actually a lot, to be honest. With the spare tire, you got a little bit of room here. I've got a fair amount of room for groceries and whatnot. Like, it's not too small, but also, remember what I just said, you can just chuck that seat down and boom. Look how much more room you got in there, honestly. Crazy good. You can fit suitcases in there, all your groceries. You can even fit your golf bag in there. Look, there's mine right over there, okay? Fit the golf bag in. Very important, boys, very important. Right, so the speaker system, okay? I believe there's 6 speakers, a few tweeters up the front, some door speakers in the front and rear. Everybody's saying that they suck, and I don't know what they're hearing, but like, I think they're fine. I honestly wouldn't really worry about it. But in saying that, you know, it's pretty cheap to replace speakers, and it seems like it's going to be a pretty easy job as well. So, hey, like, no problems from me. I'll probably end up doing the speakers, to be honest, but honestly, I don't really see what the problem is, boys. They're pretty good. Don't really fret that they're terrible speakers. They're not terrible. Just do some little tuning in like the settings, turn the bass up a bit, turn some things down. Honestly, it's nothing terrible. I'd say it's like average, okay? Not too bad, not too good. Upgradable, that's for sure. All right, the fun stuff. This is what everybody wants to see. Of course, I put it at the end of the video. I'm just gonna go to the gas station because I need fuel. So, let's have a chat about the car itself. It's a performance car. We've got a nice little sports car, right? That's the whole point. It's rear-wheel drive, it's lightweight, it's supposed to be fast, right? No, it's not fast. Honestly, I've gotten used to this car. It's not fast in a straight line, okay? You put the foot down, of course you're gonna go somewhere, and you feel like you're gonna go somewhere. The new 2.4 motor is miles better than the 2 litre. Honestly, like, I've driven both, and this is way torquier. You actually feel like you're going somewhere, but is it fast? No, it's not fast. Honestly, like, it barely keeps up with a WRX. And look, in some instances, you'd probably still get whooped by a V6 Camry, but that's not the point of the car, okay? Not the point at all. And if you really want to go faster, go slap on a turbo kit for 10 grand, because, you know, you've already gotten this car for a bargain. It's only 45 grand brand new. Go slap on a turbo kit and a tune for 10 grand here in Australia. That takes you up to 55 grand, and that's honestly less than a WRX these days. So certainly a lot less than an STI, and it's a lot lighter, and it'll be a lot faster. So that's not the point of the car, boys, all right? Yes, it's fast around the corners, and of course it's still fun to drive, but, you know, you're probably going to get bored of the throttle response eventually. Not having a turbo, especially if you're a turbo guy and you've had turbo cars in the past, you really start to miss that sort of torquey feeling when the turbo kicks in and it throws you into the back of your seat. So look, that's no bullshit coming from me. I still love this car. I honestly think it's funner than my WRX, but as far as straight line speed and just getting hooked to that feeling, I miss it. I really do. So turbo kit, maybe in the future. Now, the last thing I wanted to talk about, because it's what all this car is about, and it's the handling. Going around a roundabout right now, I'm flinging it around, making sure I don't lose traction, but it handles so well. It handles like a friggin' go-kart, boys. You're not going to get a better handling car for this price range. Anything that might come close might be an MX-5. But you know, do you really want an MX-5? That's the question. Not to diss any of the MX-5 boys, I actually quite like the NA and the NB series, but look, everyone's comparing these cars to Porsches, and I've never driven a Porsche, so I can't tell you whether or not it's as good or better than a Porsche. But boys, again, the price point, 45 grand. Mate, a Porsche 911 GT3 is like 400 grand here. That's almost a tenth of the price. Just buy 10 of these cars. Oh man, I just got absolutely ripped off at the gas station. I swear I just saw the price of it the other day at $1.60 a litre, and now it's back up to $2 a litre. I hate it when gas stations do that. It just jumps like 40 cents overnight. So annoying. Okay, boys. Thank you so much for putting up with my little rant. I hope this gave you a little bit more insight on the new BRZ. And yeah, 15,000 kilometers on the clock. That's kind of, you know, my experience so far. So if you've got any questions, comments, let me know. I'll be able to give you some more insight if there's anything else that you really want to look deeper into. But honestly, boys, the short answer is it's a beautiful car. I love it. I'm really enjoying it so far. And I'm keen to do some more modifications down the track. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for the next video, and I will see you soon. Cheers, boys.